Hello once again, this is Andy from Attack of the Killer Podcast, back with another video update. Once again, we'd like to thank our Patreon supporters for all their support. We grow more awesome because you guys continue to be awesome, so thank you very much. Now, normally I bet you the guys right now are showing you all of their Crypticon, goodies that they got, but I'm going to take a different route and try something else and watch for my Crypticon, haul later. Today, I want to talk about vinyl soundtracks in the horror sci-fi genre. So, we got a lot of area to cover because I do have a lot of them. So, let's get started. First off, I want to show you what actually hangs on the wall at my house. So, this, I believe, is the French version of the Road Warrior. Now you got Mad Max, of course, with his shotgun. Got the truck, the battle truck that he uses. Yeah. Brian May of Queen. Very cool. I just think it's a cool graphic. Another one, we've got a classic. And if you've seen the third season of Stranger Things, you may have noticed this movie on the first episode. Very cool. It's almost like a Caribbean sort of sound to a horror soundtrack. But yes, another good. And these are all original pressings, by the way. Unless, you're going to be able to tell the new ones from, the old. One of my favorites, you guys have heard me talk on the podcast about Tangerine Dream. Here's one of my favorite Tangerine Dream soundtracks. You'll probably hear me say that a couple of times because I probably don't really know which one my favorite is. But this is just a really awesome cover of the soundtrack to Legend. You see Darkness, Tim Curry, in all his prosthetic glory. I just love that pose right there. Really, really good soundtrack. Next up, we got to go with the OG. You automatically know this guy once you hear him. I found this record in the basement of a church during a yard sale in Kansas. But right here we have Bernard Herrmann's original pressing of Vertigo. This was a really, really cool find. I mean, I literally stole this for what it's worth, actually, to me. Got Kim Novak and Jimmy Stewart there. And Barbara Bel Geddes as the co-star. She's not on there, of course, but yeah, she was Miss Ellie on Dallas. Vertigo. Next up, we got something Mike Saunders will love, and I know that Vincent Price was on this record, but I can't remember which track it's on. It's not actually a soundtrack, but it is horror-oriented. We have Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare. It's in really good condition. Proud of that one too. Next up, we have another one that's really, really good in my mind. This composer has just done a lot of work. We have the original soundtrack to Alien, a Jerry Goldsmith record. Got pretty much your standard movie poster right there. Nothing really special about that. Another one is a really good 2-disc soundtrack. One of my personal favorite soundtracks of all time. Not just in horror at all, but got the animated heavy metal. Very, very cool. Some of these I'll be opening up because some of the records are kind of fancy looking. My newest acquisition that I have yet to listen to, but I'm ready to get into, another Tangerine Dream record, and one of my favorite vampire movies, Near Dark. Catherine Bigelow's first film. You got Bill Paxton looking like a struck match there. Very cool. Here's something really neat. This is the disco version, the 12-inch disco version of the Phantasm theme by Captain Zorro. And this is an original pressing, but this is... I wish there was a way to display this in my house because this is really neat. pressed in blood-stained yellow vinyl. That's what that record looks like. Very cool. It's like yellow tall man blood mixed with like human blood. Very neat. Another one, this is a newer one, a newer pressing. This is every theme to Unsolved Mysteries through all out the seasons, and then you've got like special music that they did for, you know, certain episodes for the ghosts and everything, and blah blah blah. You know, they have the Lifetime theme, but the records, much like that one, are really, really cool looking. Let's see if we can get one out here. Of course, I gotta dig this. Oh, this is the insert. Just like the program used to. And this theme used to scare the crap out of me as a kid. And now it just irritates my wife because she has to hear it every now and then. But look at that record. That is gorgeous. Throw that together later. Next up, I'm sure Tad has talked about this many times because he's seen him live. We've got John Carpenter's Lost Themes, and this one is really, really good as well. I like to put that on every now and then, you know, to set a mood while I'm writing. Really good stuff. And what would it be, you know, since I love synth music and, you know, the stuff that Tangerine Dream did, and, you know, a lot of that synthwave stuff you hear on YouTube. We've got Stranger Things. Got the album from the first season, season 1. And we have like the music to Stranger Things. So, in seasons 1 and 2 relatively, because it's got the Jim Croce song that Hopper likes to sing and dance around in his cabin. Next up, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Got a little Tina Turner, got that Bartertown theme with the saxophone, you know. Stuff's gonna jump off in Thunderdome. And I bought this. This is just to break the monotony of all the, you know, horror and spookiness and sci-fi. Here is the soundtrack to the Wayans Brothers' I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. Hilarious movie. Love it. Makes fun of all the tropes of the blaxploitation films from the 70s. Very good. And what would an 80s kid be without a little John Williams soundtrack to Return of the Jedi? And I think it's got that Laptinek, which is, you know, Cy Snoodles, you know, chick with the long lips. Max Rebo band. Jabba's house band, actually. Warriors, come out to play. Even if you haven't even seen that movie, you know that line. This is what it's from. Awesome movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. One of my favorites as a kid, A Rock and Roll Fable by Walter Hill, Streets of Fire. It's just a really good movie. It's a good soundtrack too. Nowhere Fast by Fire Inc. or Diane Lane. Ellen Aim and the Attackers is what she's called in the movie. Here's a little something for the kiddies. Came with a book too. Adventures of Scooby-Doo. It's got a puffy Mr. T sticker. I didn't do that. I bought it this way. But I'm cool with the Mr. T sticker on there. Flash. Ah. Self-explanatory, really. Queen. Yeah! Another one of my favorite Tangerine Dream soundtracks. Underrated film by William Friedkin. Sorcerer. Even has Tangerine Dream on the back. One of these guys passed away. I can't quite remember which one, but yeah, the three guys from this German synth band. Did a lot of film work back in the 80s, including, Risky Business, stuff like that. Saw this movie a bunch of times when I was a kid. I feel like a truck, like a machine. Arnold. Sylvester Stallone arm wrestling for the custody of a kid, for his kid, so to speak. Winner Takes It All, Sammy Hagar, great hype song. Here we go. Here are the crown jewels. Here are the really, really, really good ones. Original pressing of John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah, let's get it out. Can't really see it very well there. Got, I believe, Tommy Lee Wallace and John Carpenter's band, the Coupe de Villes, playing the Big Trouble in Little China theme. Shots from the film. One of my faves. And my absolute favorite that I'll never let go of, because it's one of my favorite movies, and it's a John Carpenter flick. They Live. Meg, Rowdy, and Keith. Or, God, I can't remember her name in the movie. I should be able to tell you, but yeah. John and Frank.
I've met them all.
You've met them all. I've met Meg and Keith recently, but unfortunately Rowdy's no longer with us, but still miss him. Anyway, that's it. I do have more, and normally I tried to buy original pressings, but some of the Mondo stuff is really cool, but it's also really expensive. So stay tuned if I ever get any more. But I'll probably be back next time with all my Crypticon stuff. So stay tuned, and thanks again.